Hello. Today on PowerPoint Points, we're going to be talking about presenting without stress. Any presentation can be stressful for not only the presenter, but also for the audience. So we're going to show you some points that hopefully will make the stress a little less for you. Let's get started. Oh, here's something I remembered from a few houses ago. It's a kitchen magnet. And for viewers that cannot see, stress is when your heart says yes, but your head says no. So we're going to look at some points to overcome our head saying yes. I'm sorry, overcome our heart saying yes, and therefore adding stress to the presentation. We're going to talk about items you can do before the presentation, items you can do after you arrive, and then we have a sample presentation just to kind of show you how quickly you can build one. Even at 3x speed, you can follow the same logic each time and take a lot of stress off yourself. So before the presentation, I like making the opening, the takeaway, the closing, and the Q&A before I really get into the meat. The meat is really the message. What is it you want to get across? It can take a little longer, but kind of like writing a letter. The opening, the closing can be the same as we'll show in the video, mini video, but the meat could take some time. It does not have to be built logically or sequentially, just as we're saying here on the previous slide. You can do it in any order you want to. Just do the easy parts first and save the hardest part for last. And what I believe this came from the military, you want to tell your message 3 different ways. You want to tell them what you're going to tell them, then tell them, and then tell them what you told them. And that goes for military or non-military. And as you can see in the 3rd bullet, back when I was working in learning a new computer system under IMS called SAP, we called them, they would call them dippings. You have one training, a little bit sticks to you. Another dipping, a little bit more sticks to you. Another dipping, a little bit more sticks to you. So after a while, you finally get the point of what it is whatever it is they were trying to train us in. You want to practice with video and also audio only. I like doing audio only first because that way I can listen for my inflections, my pauses, make sure I'm not speaking too fast or too slow. Make sure I am enunciating. And then the video will capture your gestures, any walking around you may be doing, or anything else. You want to time yourself. The recordings will do that for you, but you also want to time yourself when you give the actual presentation, because that is how you relieve the stress from yourself, is going under time. Dress one level above your audience. You just want to appear more confident, more knowledgeable on the subject than anyone else in the room, hopefully. Don't wait and be a procrastinator. You know what happens? Stress. Think of any questions that may be asked. That shows that you're very forward thinking and you're thinking about your audience before you even got there. Test all of your equipment. Any external drives, flash drives. I have had a flash drive fail. Whatever you're using for remote control, whether it's a mouse, a pointer, clicker, remote control presenter, what you want to call it, your cell phone or something else, just make sure your device has been checked out multiple times before you go give the presentation. Bring spare batteries. Common sense makes sense. Practice any props you may have. I can't really think of any other than maybe a picture or maybe a book. You want to practice having it one place and then moving it to another place just so that you don't look stressed out doing it. Be short of your time. As I state here, if you're giving a 20-minute presentation, 20-minute presentation, try to end at 18 minutes, which means you're really going to end about 13 minutes to allow 5 minutes for Q&A. It will help you relieve stress, it will take stress off the facilitator, and also take stress off the audience, as the whole meeting may finish early, and we love early. Have giveaways. Now, it doesn't necessarily need to be a movie theater ticket or to a play, but some candy, some chocolate, a $5 gas card goes a long ways to make your presentation a good one. And you can also refer to my previous video, Not Death by PowerPoint, goes into even more detail. A few things you can do after you arrive at the venue for your presentation. Be sure and hydrate with water, not coffee, not tea, not soda. Be early so you can get the scope of the land, any tripping hazards, lighting, audio controls, etc. Repeat the message a few times. Why are they listening to you? And test your setup once you get there early, in case there's any issues with cabling or anything in the facility that the facility can handle. Now I have a short presentation I've built from the ground up. It's at 3x speed, but it's got captions that you'll be able to follow along. It just shows you how simply you can build a presentation without stress, putting the easy things first and working on the hard things last. So we'll be right back. Hopefully you enjoyed that quick sample presentation. Now, to recap, we've talked about things you can do before the presentation to take stress off yourself. But we've also talked about things you can do after you arrive at the venue to take stress off yourself. And then we've lastly given a sample presentation to show you how you can build a presentation rather quickly and take the stress off yourself. So try those techniques. Let me know if you have any questions or comments in the comment section, and we'll see you on the next video.